You're watching another great interview on Audio Inc. Radio. What is up? It's Anne Erickson. I've been on a European metal kick lately. I mean, I'm always on a metal kick, so it might as well be European. I think it's because I interviewed Gus G from Firewind recently, and I've been listening a lot to that new Firewind record, which, by the way, is really awesome. I highly recommend it. When it comes to great German power metal, Primal Fear is one of the best. The guys of Primal Fear have a new record out on July 24th called Metal Commando, and everything I've heard off it sounds really awesome. Ralf from Primal Fear is my guest. Let's do it. What's up? It's Anne Erickson from Audio Inc. and I'm very excited to be here with Ralf from Primal Fear. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for having me here.
How is Germany right now with the whole crazy coronavirus situation?
Yes, everything is losing up a little bit now, but still everybody is, of course, have to go out with masks when we go shopping and so forth. So everybody's still very, very, very in danger, and everybody's careful. That's the right word in what you're doing, because the scientists are still saying it's still a dangerous thing. But yeah, we will come over it, and everything's going to be fine again.
Yeah, that's great. No, it's like that here too. In the US, we have masks all the time and that whole thing. So, yeah, it's crazy. But I'm so glad you have new music right now, because what a great time to release new music.
Yeah, music is unstoppable, no matter what it will be. So there's people who can buy everything online now, so you can release an album. It's no effect on it. The live industry is pretty much affected, and which is a bummer. But in the end, nobody can change it. And I think it's a smart thing, because in the end, we have to be really careful. If the scientists and all this conspiracy, I'm not a fan of that, because why should be all the leaders in the world? Why should Why should there be a network of people who bring other people down? It's a pandemic. It's a dangerous thing. And even if it was not so dangerous, looking back at it in a year or so, then we're fine. But we tried everything to prevent people from dying. And I totally understand the flip side, that the economics is going down and people suffer as well. So, but most important thing is to keep away the COVID-19 from the people, and it's only smart to be smart and wear masks.
Definitely. Well, congrats on the new record on the way, Metal Commando. Everything I've heard off it is really killer. So I'm wondering, how would you say this record is different or similar to what you guys have done in the past?
It is different because we are, in my opinion, climbing up the ladder a little bit, which is not so easy after Apocalypse, which was a great album already. It's always hard to talk about yourself being so great, and that's the reason why we are waiting for the reactions of the fans as well. But the press reaction is so great so far that we're really happy. And we have the advantage to have 5 writing members, and we have the advantage to have a pool of songs every time to pick from. And in the end, Matt, as a producer, is the guy who has the final decision and everything, and he also chose the set list and the following of the songs on the album, because he's pretty much aware of how Primal Fear in the end should sound like. We all know how we should sound like, but in the end, there has to be a final person. There has to be a person in the end who has the final decisions and so forth. And to come back to your questions, we're happy with the output and the outcome. And I would say it's another step to the next future Primal Fear.
That's awesome. So do you have a favorite track off the set?
Oh, the favorite is always hard to pick from a new baby, but I like Hear Me Calling pretty much. I like the ballad, I Will Be Gone. And of course, Halo is a great track for me. So like I said, it's not easy to pick a favorite.
Do you think that there will be any surprises on here that fans hear something and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Primal Fear did that?
Maybe with the long track Infinity, which is lasting 13 minutes and 16 seconds, but we did that before. It's nothing new, and we don't approach songs in terms of we have to be a little bit longer this time. It just came out because the flowing was there. And when you listen to the track, you don't have the feeling that this is 30 minutes. It's really worth listening, and it's interesting all the time. But some fans might think, wow, in a positive way, wow, I can't believe they did it, So I think that's a song they really be somehow surprised about.
What are you most excited about when it comes to fans hearing this?
Well, I mean, like I said, we can't wait to release it and to get the reactions from the fans because we have a feeling that they will like it. And of course, we also accept any critical uh, vote out there, whatever will come. But we know what we do. We know how we sound like, how we want to sound, and we know what our fans want from us. So everybody's really excited about the reaction on July 24th when the album will be released.
So, coronavirus has really just turned the world upside down. How have you seen it personally impact the music world in Germany?
Yeah, music personally, of course, impact me in terms of we would be playing states right now, playing live shows, doing the package with Symphony X, which didn't happen, which is a bummer. But once again, it's a smart decision not to get so many people together right now, although it happens anyway in protests or whatever. But that's another story. Anyway, it's a smart thing, and we can sit it out. We are all patient people. It's not the first thing which happened to us, and it will not be the last. But we are patient people, and we're positive people, and we will come next year and be together then. And all the live activities are canceled now, which is not easy for musicians, but we will overcome and we will make it and be there for you again.
Based on what you're hearing inside the industry, do you have any idea when concerts might come back?
No, because I mean this is a decision from politics here. I mean everything is losing up a little bit in Germany, but even now football stadiums are still not packed with people. They're trying maybe to slightly bring a few people in again, and we are not we, but other bands are playing in front of car cinemas, which I think is a stupid thing to do. And also, the streaming is. I appreciate that some colleagues are doing it; they're doing great, but it's not a thing for heavy metal music. That's my opinion about it. That's why we don't do it, and we're also not going to play in front of cars because we need the interaction with the fans, and it's a live thing, and life is live also with the people. It's everything about interaction. Hopefully, in 2021, and I'm sure we will.
Yeah, I know. My fingers are crossed because wasn't that Symphony X tour? Won't that be next year for the States? Okay, cool.
Exactly. Yeah. So it would be now. We would almost be finished with it, but it's happening exactly 1 year later.
Okay. Well, something to look forward to. That's one way to look at it. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. So, what are your thoughts on the state of heavy metal music? Do you think it's in a good place?
We have true fans out there. There's always a basic, let's say sometimes there's a peak, but there's also always the level of an underground of people who are listening to it, who are really also buying the album and the physical CD or vinyl or whatever, because they're fans. They want to read the lyrics. They want to have something in their hands when they listen to the music, which is a great thing. And that's why heavy metal will always, I mean, it sounds like a phrase, but it will never die. And as you can see in concerts and festivals, people are gathering and coming to see the event, and because it's really it's an event. It's not only the music. It's an excitement. It's like a fun fair park when there's a festival, and that's exactly the vibe what keeps this music alive.
When it comes to heavy metal music, are there any newer bands out there that you're really digging right now?
Wow, not yes, there are, but I don't have any names right now. Don't want to be unfriendly, whatever. But because I'm so focused on the last recordings here and the video clips we did the last days and so forth. So I don't know at the moment. So, but there are quite a lot of talents out there.
So I feel like, me being here in the States, I've always heard that the metal world in Europe is bigger and that metal is more popular and that sort of thing. Do you think that's still true, or do you think that we here in the States are starting to come around?
I think because you are so huge as a country, it's all spread, right? In Germany, it's all like a little bit more focused together, or maybe also in entire Europe. And we have same like you, we have big cities, but I think everything is a little bit closer together, and that makes it a little bit easier. But I mean, you guys have Ozfest and stuff, and you have of course, I know from touring that sometimes there could be a little bit more people, and every time when we say we might come to America, yeah, you have to come. A lot of people will come, and in the end, it's not really so good anymore. But we are always positive people, and I know after this big break this year, everybody's keen to go to concerts again, and maybe this is also a good start and a chance for this sector of music to be somehow becoming more popular in terms of live playing.
Yeah, no, I think that would be great. So, what is next for you and Primal Fear? What other stuff do you have lined up with the album and everything else?
Yeah, at the moment we're really thinking week by week as we are releasing the new video on this Friday for the track "I'm Alive," which is also the new single. And then there's going to be another one close to the big release on the 24th of July. We also recorded 2 videos for it, so that's what we're doing right now, focusing on what we can do after the pandemic break. We couldn't do a proper photo session, which now happened on during the video shoot. But Magnus even couldn't attend because he would have been flying from Sweden, which is still not allowed. Now they're opening up everything slightly, but now it's too late again. So for the first video, it was too early, and for the last video, it was too late. So it's a pretty diverse time at the moment, and difficult. But hey, we will make it, like I said, and the final product in the end is going to be very good and professional. And that we're thinking just week by week at the moment, and can't wait for the release into July.
Definitely. Well, thank you. Is there anything else you'd want to add?
Yeah, once again, be patient, hang in there. I'm not the first telling you this, and I know everybody has his own kind of battle to take care of, but we're all going to make it, and it's not going to be easy. But hey, and I think I hope music and also our music helps you a little bit over the time and gives you a little bit of strength and supports you and when we have the chance to meet in 2021, let's meet and have a beer.